Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a contouring tutorial. I do have everything else on my face. I have eyeshadow, mascara, everything else. So this video is just for contouring. If you guys actually want to see a full-on tutorial for eyeshadow and everything else, please let me know. I can actually make a separate video for that. But I just wanted to focus on one thing because I haven't done a makeup video in a long time. Without further ado, I'm just going to jump right into the video. Hey guys, so I'm gonna jump right into the contouring portion of the video. Well, this is a contouring video, so I'm only gonna be contouring. I already have my foundation on and my eyeshadow on and also my eyebrows. So if you guys actually wanted to know about the look that I have on, which is this pretty bronzy Prism palette. So if you guys wanted to know how I recreated that look, please let me know in the comment box below and I will do a separate video just for that. I haven't done a makeup video in a really long time, so if I'm a little rusty, I apologize in advance. The first thing I normally do is, I already have my foundation on, normally. I never contour with just foundation because that just doesn't work for me. I like to put foundation on and then do contouring. So I already concealed. The concealer that I use is actually the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Super Concealer, and I really like this concealer. It's very creamy. It's not as good as the Shape Tape because it does crease a little, but it's a lot creamier than the Shape Tape, so there's that. So the first thing I'm going to do is grab my Fenty Beauty contour stick in the color Truffle, and I am going to draw where I want to contour. So I have a pretty full face. I like to normally start where my earlobe starts, so the beginning of where my earlobe starts, that's my guide that I use. Guys, look how much baby hair I have, like it's ridiculous. Can't even. So I just kind of draw a line from there. I like to draw a pretty straight line, to be honest, because it does make a difference. And then my jawline underneath. Once again, I do have a pretty full face, so I really like to contour. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I think the other side was thicker. So this one is a little higher, so I'm just going to make sure it's even. So I have an even contour. Then I'm going to do my nose. So I normally just like to do like right here where I like for it to be thinner. But for the sake of the video, I'm just going to do everything, I guess. And then obviously on my temples, it went way too far up right here. Oops. It's okay, we can fix it with concealer. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so I'm actually not going to use my beauty blender today just because I feel like it takes a lot longer. For the purpose of time, I am just going to use this brush. This is the MAC 130, I don't even know the number, 160 brush. It's just a small buffing brush for foundation, but I love to use it to buff out the harsh lines for my contour. So I'm just gonna take it and buff out the lines. So it's so fast, so easy. Remember, we want to create a shadow. We don't want anything to be really harsh. So I blend for as long as I could. I'm just gonna keep blending this. You really want to make sure you blend underneath here because since I have such a full face, I've caught myself forgetting to blend the bottom and I'm like, wow, this is sad. Same thing. I feel like I'm getting sick. I'm not great. Same thing on the other side. Blend that shit. I don't think anything's worse than a contour that's not blended. And then my nose. So I'm gonna do the same thing. Underneath. Along the bridge of my nose. So yeah, I normally like to contour right here. So same thing, I'm just gonna buff it out. I'm gonna switch, 'cause my hand's hurting. I'm holding this. It's funny because my sister's like, can you just grab a mirror? And I was just so lazy. I was like, no, then I'm gonna be looking this way and I won't be looking at everyone. But I'm still not looking at you guys. Obviously I'm not left-handed. Switch. Alright. So I would say this is pretty decent. So the next thing that we're gonna do is probably my favorite thing. This contour palette that I'm gonna show you is a really good dupe for the Anastasia, the Kat Von D. It's so much cheaper, so inexpensive, and I can be a cosmetic snob, so I can, like, I'm very, like, picky in regards to what products I use, but this contour kit, guys, is just so good, and I'm so impressed with it. It's the Sephora contour palette. Literally such a good palette. Such a good, especially for the price that you pay, it's amazing. I'm actually about to hit pan on the second one, so that's how you guys know I'm not just saying that. Like, it's legitimately a good palette. So what I like to do is I'm gonna grab this one because this one is the least warmest, and when I'm contouring, I don't really want to add warmth. I want to add like a gradient of shadow because I'm already warm. I don't need, like, if I wanted to warm myself up, I would just use a bronzer. So I'm gonna use this contour color right here, which is the middle color. I really don't know the middle color. It doesn't really tell you. It's just the middle color in the palette. So I'm gonna grab this MAC brush once again. It's just like a dense contouring brush. I love this because it really concentrates the product where I want it to. So I'm just gonna grab some, tap off the excess, grab my mirror, and just go over the cream contour that we just blend out. So I'm just going along underneath my jawline. And same thing on top of my contour. I'm really pulling it out. It's so easy for it to get muddy, so you just want to like really blend that out. But luckily, since I have such a full face, I feel like I can get away with putting up a lot. So I'm gonna do it on top of my nose. Okay, so I want to say we pretty much contoured already. So this is one of my favorite parts. I'm gonna grab my Laura Mercier setting powder and I'm gonna carve underneath my, oh my god, there's something in my eye. It's a hair. I'm gonna carve underneath where I contoured, underneath my eyes, on my forehead. I have tried a lot of setting powders. I've tried the Kat Von D one. I've tried, I don't know, like a couple other ones, and I feel like this one probably works the best for me in general. So, you know what's funny? I always buy the travel size. I never buy the full size because the travel size lasts me months. You guys have no idea. So I'm just gonna tap some on here. Grab this MAC brush once again. I just realized I'm using all MAC brushes. I've had these brushes for over five years maybe, and the quality is still amazing. I think MAC brushes have to be the best brushes ever. So I'm gonna take my brush and I'm gonna pack it underneath my eyes. I don't really like always bake, I just kind of like set it. So I'm just gonna set this. I just really didn't blend all the contour out, so I just want to make sure it's blended. So I'm gonna do the same thing and put it underneath my contour. So like really carve it. Can you see this? Yeah, I'm gonna carve it out. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna carve this out. kind of see how I can blend this contour out a little bit better, so I'm just gonna grab a little bit color and just kind of see if I can blend this out. Okay, better. Okay, so I already set my face, or set my concealer, and underneath. I don't like to go too heavy because then I feel cakey. And then after, this is for a really brightening effect underneath the eyes. After I set my under eye, I like to use like a yellowish powder. I like to use the powder from the contour kit. You can actually use any powder from any contour kit that's like a highlighting color. I like to grab the yellow one. I kind of mix it with the really white one and then mix it with the dark one. Just kind of get my own color. And then I pack it underneath where I contoured or highlighted. And then underneath here. You see how that gave me such a bright eye effect right after? That's like my tip that I always use when I'm going out, or especially at nighttime if I know I'm gonna be sweating, or I know that I'm gonna be out all night, whatever. Like I know that my makeup's gonna stay in place if I do this. And then the next thing, obviously, that I'm gonna do is use blush. We can't forget about blush. I'm gonna grab my Narcissus palette. And this palette has like a bronzer, Laguna. The bronzer has like, I think it has Orgasm. Does it have Orgasm? I actually don't think it does. That's weird. It doesn't. Okay, whatever. I thought it did. So I just normally grab the really pink color, like right here, and I mix it with the really light pink color, and I just apply it on the apples of my cheeks. And just make sure that it's like properly blended with my contour. So I just grab these two and just and then lastly, I'm gonna grab my lip liner in Strip Down and line my lips. Oh my god, this needs to be sharpened. But I'm just gonna try to make the best of it. I'm gonna overline it a little bit. Not too much. I think that's good. Grab my new lipstick in Melted Too Faced in the color Cool Girl. Apply it. This is my favorite nude. It dries so fast too. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is the finished look with the contouring and the powder and everything. If you guys like this video, please press the like button and please subscribe to my channel. I am trying to get to 1,000 followers. So with your help, I hope to get to 1,000 followers. I do intend on doing a giveaway when I do get to 1,000 followers. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time.